Hello guys, I'm Sadrajunal Haq, Nabil from Cracks. Lots of you guys have been asking about to make uh, another video to explain this ventilator more clearly because my yesterday video was not clear enough so that many of you couldn't understand, so that I will now try to make it more clear. So this is the open source ventilator, turbine based ventilator. We are making it. We are Cracks, a startup company from Bangladesh. So now you will see the various parts of this ventilator. First of all, this is not completed yet. Okay, this is the early prototype. You have to remember it. This is early prototype, so that the parts we are using here may not be the same in our final version or another prototype, because we are constantly changing the parts and experimenting for better result. So till now the volumes continuous maintained ventilation with volume support and pressure support is working, and it's working very fine. So here we can see this is the test lung as a balloon. We also use this hot water bag as test lung, but the compliance of this hot water bag and this balloon and the real lung is not the same, and the pressure and volume curve of the ventilator is depending on the compliance of the lung. You have to remember it. Actually ventilator automatically compensate with the user command and from the sensor feedback, so that actually there is two closed loop system actually work. One is PID loop and another is feed forwarder algorithm. So that feed forwarder algorithm assume the motor speed and another parameter to reach the value that is needed to maintain the pressure and flow rate as user given, and then PID loop constantly maintain this value that we would need. Okay, so that now the question is why the feed forward algorithm is needed. Because if you don't use feed forward algorithm, the system couldn't actually estimate the initial value, or so that PID algorithm will jitter much more. So that we don't want that. We want as low jittering as possible. Okay, so that ventilator could reach the user input as quick as possible, and maintain it without error. Okay, this is not a very easy to maintain, of course. So this test lung, this is orifice tube. So orifice tube is using here for bidirectional flow rate measurement. You gotta need bidirectional flow measurement. In some ventilator use two two transducer for volume measurement. One is in inspiratory line and one is in expiratory line, but for simplicity we are using just one bidirectional orifice tube for bidirectional flow measurement. And if you integrate the flow over inspiratory time, flow rate over inspiratory time, we can find the tidal volume, which is necessary. So then this is the patient circuit. So one is for inspiratory, one is for expiratory. This is the PEEP valve. This valve is not made by us. This is from another ventilator, but we have made one. We're testing, but right now this is from another ventilator. Okay, but we have successfully made this. Okay, in our people, not this one. Okay, here these two lines actually the pressure difference when the air flow through this orifice tube, we find the pressure difference. Then this pipe flow through this pressure in the differential pressure sensor, which is MPXB7002. The interesting part of this ventilator especially is all the parts we have been using actually from drone. This motor is from drone. This air pressure differential air pressure sensor is from drone. Although this pressure is not from drone, but other ESC, this servo motor, all are actually from drone, so that anybody can find easily. So this differential pressure sensor, which is capable of measuring minus 20 centimeter H2 pressure to plus 20 H2O, which is very good for measuring flow rate. Okay, and this response time is very good, and moreover this is 5 volt. This is 0.5, its output is 0.5 to 4.5 volt, so this is pre-amplified, so you don't need any amplifier, which is a great advantage and very stable. This pressure sensor actually although need op-amp. Here we are using a op-amp. As this is an open source design, I will release all the files so that you don't worry what I'm telling now. I have a plan to replace this sensor. I also want a very good sensor which is pre-amplified, so that I don't need this amplifier circuit. And amplifier circuit is not very fun to use because it generates error, and you need to stable it, you need to calibrate it after a few cycles, which is not so convenient. I don't actually want very complexity in this ventilator. So this is a BLDC motor, 1000 kV BLDC motor, and the power supply is delivering 16 volt. Okay, but we have another turbine. This turbine is 3D printed though. We have designed another turbine which is much more efficient than this. In our current turbine is capable of delivering about 45 to 50 centimeter H2, which is enough for ventilator. So this is a servo motor. This servo motor actually actuates a valve inside here. When this servo motor open this valve, the pressure actually released, and when it close in upward direction, it actually increase the pressure through this inspiratory line. And how this PEEP bulb actually work? When the inspiratory pressure is high, this PEEP bulb actually close this expiratory line, so that the inspiratory pressure go through this pressure circuit to the lung, and when this lung release the pressure, this servo motor release this valve. You can see here, release the pressure. Okay, so when this servo motor release the pressure also reduce in here, so that the PEEP bulb release the pressure. Okay, so the expiratory line is open, and this, since this is the one-way valve, the pressure current release in from this line, pressure must be released through this line, this expiratory line. So we need to maintain the PEEP, okay, so that we release the motor speed as well, but we don't off the motor. So this pressure while releasing the servo motor, this bulb, the pressure, we still have enough pressure to maintaining the PEEP. If we couldn't maintain the PEEP, the alveoli of the lung could damage. That is why it's very important to maintain the PEEP pressure, and this PEEP pressure is adjustable by operator. This you need this. Now I would like to Another thing, all the data from this ventilator to mobile app or in or computer transferred through Bluetooth. This is another advantage because it's very hassle to connect up a serial port to the Arduino and upload code. This is Arduino Mega, but what I have planned to use another microcontroller which will display all the data, and this microcontroller will operate the main control loop so that it would be efficient. And this ventilator should capable of actually daily pressure support and volume support, which is already working. So a primary display will always attached with this ventilator, and another secondary display which would be a tab or Android mobile, where we could see the detailed flow, pressure and volume diagram. So we don't need here a much big display. It will reduce the cost, but if anyone need this, he could easily use with mobile app. So that we are making also a mobile and computer app. So this is the basic idea, and this is very simple as well. We are trying to make very simple while maintaining the quality. And if you want to see the pressure curve, this is for actually screenshot from serial plotter, Arduino serial plotter. You can see it's maintaining the peak pressure and maintaining the very good pressure support. This is though time triggered, not passion triggered, but after making all the mechanical parts and do the proper coding, then we'll move to assist control and SIMB mode. So guys, I hope this makes some sense. If my accent is not clear, please pardon me. I'll try to improve that documentation and the video. Okay, so keep tuned, stay safe.